Okay, I'm going to demonstrate with two dogs. We have one dog here that has not been trained. He's a rescue dog. The owner has had him for approximately a month. He has come through a lot of the fear-based stuff he had when he first came to the owner. His health has improved. He did his kennel talk. And we also have another dog that I've spent quite a bit of time training. I've worked with him off and on since he was a baby. So we have Bentley and we have Duke. Duke is the dog that's staring at me. He knows I have a treat in hand. So with Duke, we'll start by getting him to sit. Bentley is playing with the toy. And there we go, this is Bentley. And Bentley knows to sit, so he comes and sits immediately because he knows that's what's expected of him. The difference between a dog that's learned and a dog that hasn't learned is this. The dog that's been trained drops to the floor immediately from my hand being raised up, and that is the gesture for down. This dog, we still have to use what we call a lure, which is placing the food in front of his nose and bringing him to the ground. As you see, he pops right back up. Bentley, stay. That's the signal for stay. If they don't stay, down again. I use my foot to prompt him if he doesn't do it immediately, so he knows that I mean business. Now, as you see, this would be a difficult spot to work with. I'll give Bentley a command to sit beside me so that I can work with Duke in front of me. Stay. Duke, down. When you have two dogs, it's best to put their name in front of the command so that they clearly understand who's being spoken to. Stay. Down. Duke, down. Duke, stay. Now Duke is just beginning to learn what that hand in front of him means. I started at the floor where he is with my hand, and that will work to me being able to stand up and not have to do that. Good boy, Dookie. Because he's still looking at me, still on the floor, I'm going to give him a treat. And Bentley is still looking at me, so he also should get a treat. Now, when the dog's beside you, you change the command. Down becomes your hand over their head. And as you see, when a dog is well trained, they're going to respond for those hand movements. Good boy, both of you. Duke hasn't had formal obedience training yet. I have spent time with him, and I can see the time I've spent with him, the time his owner has spent with him, is beginning to pay off. Down. But what I want to do is a series of videos for all my clients so they can see the difference between a well-trained dog and a dog that's just learning. I'm going to put people through all the steps. I'm going to show specific exercises, and I believe that this will be a great help to people. If people have questions or comments, they're more than welcome to send me any responses they have so that I can clarify things for them. Now, as you see, Bentley's moved. I'm going to put him back into the place where I had him, which is a go to heel command. It's done with your hand waving at the ground, so your left hand is like this. And a well-trained dog will actually go and do that without any of the luring. Now, I'm going to show you with the dog that doesn't understand that command, how you would get him to that place. Stay. Stay. Do. No, wrong, Bentley. Now, this is where they really get learning, because it's making the mistakes and making them go back to where they were. It's going to teach them their commands properly. Stay. Now, I want to get him to learn to come to my left side. I better do it facing you so that you can see what I'm doing, right? Okay. With my left hand, I make the signal. I take a big step back with my left foot. With my right hand, I show him the way. Good boy, Dookie. Bentley. Come on. Now, dogs will get confused when they first start working with another dog. So, in that case, you're going to have to use your best common sense to be able to get the dogs where you want them. Dookie did well. Bentley's not sure where he's supposed to sit now because he usually sits very close to me. Bentley. Dookie stays. Good. Good boys. Good boys. Giving them a huge amount of praise. Stay is very important. Good dogs. And when you have this eye contact, this is what you're looking for. Your dogs are engaged. They are enjoying this. Wrong. Dookie, good boy. Dookie's a good boy. Stay. Dookie's a good boy. Bentley's a good boy too. Stay. Down. We want them both laying down now. Good boy, Bentley. Bentley's wrong. Bentley, down. Down. Even though he's not laying where I want him to be, he laid down, but I will not give Bentley a treat this time because he didn't lay where I expected him to, and he does know what's expected. Duke, down. And it's the continuing and redoing of these things that make them work. What it looks like, the difference between a dog that does know what he's expected of and a dog that's unsure. So Bentley, go to heel. Sit. Good boy, down. Down. Stay. Good boy. Today I'm going to keep things very simple. I'm not going to get extravagant with him. Sit. Good boy. Stay. And in front of him, it's down. And that's a dog that's sure of himself. He knows what he's doing. He has a very high degree of confidence. And as you see, he's still looking at me. Very good boy, Bentley. Very good boy. Yes, you are. Now I'm going to get Duke. All right, Dookie. Oh, Dookie already knows he needs to do something when I put my hand like that. They get this movement a lot quicker than other movements. Stay. Good boy, Dookie. No, wrong. So now we're just going to put him back again. Stay. Once he's conditioned to this maneuver, he will just stay there. Right now, he's still unsure. Down. Good boy, Dookie. Oh, Dookie's a good boy. Stay. Dookie. Good. No, wrong, Dookie. Good boy. The repetitiveness and the consistency of doing these things that's going to get your dog where you want him to. When he makes a mistake, you don't want to stop and think about what he did wrong or what you did wrong. You just want to continue with your lesson. Down. Stay. Good boy. If your dog can only stay for 2 seconds to begin with, stay. Then you work with the 2 seconds and gradually build it up. Sit. Good boy, Dookie. Stay. Let's see if he understands that. Down. And as you see, he looks, he's not sure. So again, I have the treat between my 2 fingers. I bring it down in front of his nose and right down. Stay. And he has started to understand stay when he's laying down. Stay. But he's unsure with the down. So it's going to be repetitive action with that. What I would do as a repetitive action is I would do what I call puppy push-ups. So I'm going to go down, and I'm going to go sit. I'm going to come right back up and go down, sit. He doesn't need a treat every time as long as he smells that. It motivates him. You don't want him to know when it's coming. Down, sit. Make sure you come right back up with your hand up when you tell him down again. That's the trick to get him to understand your hand up means to lay down. People might wonder why you do it with your hand up. If you want your dog to lay down from across the room or across the park, that will work. One more time. Down.